Okay, folks, I'm doing a very short equipment check. You will be seeing me today. I will be delivering this revelation, this end of the road type deal. Remember, Jesus was betrayed by Judas with a kiss. He said, "You betray the Son of Man with a kiss." Um, any of y'all that don't know, again, I want to be very clear. I have nothing against Donald Trump, but I'm not a Trump. I'm not waving my Trump banner, go Donald Trump. You're going to fix everything. That's not accurate. Donald Trump, he's just part of the puppet show. So God bless him. God have mercy on him. Um, in Donald Trump's downtown Manhattan apartment, he has a lot of accoutrements that are very pagan in origin. He has Apollo, a painting of Apollo, a mural of Apollo. He's got a statue of Helios, which is the personification of the sun pulling the chariot across the sky. And he's got Eros and Psyche. You know what? Let me just show those to you real quick. So anyway, you guys can go look this up yourself. Just type in Trump Manhattan condo, and then you can see right here on the coffee table. This is Eros and Psyche. It's an image. It's a statue of an angel, uh, and he's kissing a woman. It's a very common, very very popular statue, and it's based off of an original. Let me show you. So Eros and it's a lot of people call it Cupid, but this is the statue I'm talking about, Eros and Psyche, and it's a representation right here of an angel. See, Eros and Psyche, of an angel kissing a woman. You'll notice one's right side up, one's upside down. And what we're gonna get into today, and what I'm gonna show you is, for me, on a personal level, out of 16 years of doing what I've been doing since I got saved, this is where the rubber finally met the road completely. No doubt about it. The Lord's let me show you that the whole Vatican is a big snake. The whole building's a snake wearing a crown. So, it is what it is. I didn't make it up. I didn't build the building, but I'm able to show you what that building actually is, what it was constructed to be, what it was constructed to represent. I'm able to go show you what that altar is that everyone's on their knees in front of. It's a big dead sheep. I'm able to show you what it means, what the spiritual understanding of it is. I know what it all is about. It all goes back to the night I got saved. Everything goes back to the night I got saved. The virgin equals death. That's what it goes back to. Virgin equals death. Okay? And so now, by a bizarre set of circumstances, the Lord led me to this Eros and Psyche. And if you think about it as the first angel giving the first human woman a kiss, I think your mind's gonna literally explode once I deliver this stuff to you. So let me just give you a quick preview. I'm not going to do very much on this. I'll make it very quick, just a preview. But for those of y'all that, let's see, I'll show you right here. This is a very simple, I've drawn this thing in 25 times at least. That's a sheep with its tongue sticking out. The whole entire image is a sheep with its tongue sticking out. The girl's breast is the tongue of the sheep. There's the eye, there's the ear, the ear. But I drew in every single line. I drew in every change of shadow. I drew it in right side up. I drew it in upside down in it. And when I tell you something's conclusive, you can take it to the bank. It's conclusive. Same as I told you the Vatican was a big reptile. It's a big snake wearing a crown. It is conclusive. And it's conclusive because when the Lord leads you to this kind of information, he doesn't just show it to you, he proves it to you. Let me see if I can pull up the sheep folder. Because when you look at the image of, the Vatican itself, I've added some pictures to some of these folders. And when you look up the image of the Vatican itself, it's obviously a serpent wearing a crown. And then what solidifies it being a serpent wearing a crown is when you look at it from, this is the original that, this is the very first one I drew in. This is where I've colored it in and I've augmented the image to make it real easy for your perception. But this is the original, and you can see how obvious it is now. There's that sidewalk that's a split tongue. So obviously, any building that's built in the shape of a snake wearing a crown that happens to have a sidewalk with a split tongue right where the mouth of the serpent would be on the building, then it doesn't take anyone with any, grandiose powers of deduction to go, duh, it's a snake. It's a snake. They proved it. So now what I'm going to do is there's an old saying that all roads lead to Rome. Well, this is the most telling image ever out of all the images that the Lord's had me do. And that's a pretty bold statement because you guys have seen the copious amount of imagery that the Lord's let me show you. But before we get into it, I want to draw your attention to this coin from Canada. This is how the Lord showed me. This is what he told me to look up. I was on the phone with Kat. We were talking. I was praying, Lord, like, what's up, man? I'm so done with all this. He told me in my mind, I was talking to him and I was on the phone with Kat and I was talking to Kat and I was like, this is just so obvious now. It's not even debatable. And I looked at this particular image of Eros and Psyche and I heard the Lord say, look up the Canadian silver coin with the guy in the canoe. That's what I heard. So I looked it up. I typed it into Google Images and it brought up this image. And you'll see that right here, there is an alien hatching out of a cocoon. That's like a pupa. There's the head of the alien coming out. And the alien's reflection is a human. You see it? Which is exactly correct. That is exactly right when you know what's going on, really. Everyone's been lied to since the moment you opened your eyes and you took your first breath. It's all been a lie. And that's what the Lord's let me prove. So anyway, I'm just making sure I got all my data points and I got everything lined up. And so I took this image right here. I cropped it. I pulled the alien out. This is what the Lord wanted to show me because in this image of Eros and Psyche, I had to understand that this is the rudimentary image right here. This is the rudimentary image. And, it's very insectish. It's coming out of a pupa. That's not some coat. That is an alien, and his reflection is human, which is exactly correct. So if you look at that rudimentary image of the alien head right there, I'll just give you guys a little short preview of what's coming. And let's see. I would have to enlarge that and then drag this right on top. So now I'm taking this image of an alien head and I'm putting it right there where that alien head is coming out of its pupa. And I'm going to replace it with this alien head right there. And I'm sure you guys can see it. I colored the tongue pink of the alien, but there it is. And there it is hatching out of a pupa. And I'll just slide it right over on there. And there's an alien head coming out of the pupa. Y'all, that's very bizarre. Y'all know what just turned on my TV? I wish I could show this to you. Exodus. The movie Exodus or Gods and Kings just blasted on my TV while I'm doing this video. It just blasted onto the screen. They're actually going through the Red Sea. Crazy. That is just so bizarre. The movie Gods and Kings just blasted onto my TV, and they're literally going through the Red Sea right this second. And Pharaoh's army is getting ready to charge the Israelites and be drowned in the sea. I can't even imagine a more fitting thing to come on the TV while I'm doing this. So anyway, let me turn that volume down so it doesn't interrupt. Yeah, here comes Pharaoh's army about to be destroyed, which is about where we are. So let me show you real quick. I'm going to show you two images that you guys can just sit there and go, oh my gosh. So on the back of this guy, on this guy's back, this is a tattoo of Eros and Psyche. And I'm going to take this sheep with its tongue sticking out and slide it right on top. There it is. So, I mean, it's identical. I mean, you can see right here, I'll enlarge it just a little bit, but there's the eye of the sheep, the eye of the sheep, the nose of the sheep. The girl's breasts are the tongue of the sheep. So there's the tongue, eye, ear. And there's two sheep in here actually. It's really fascinating. The artist is a master of shadow arts. Very good at what he does. I had to trace over every line repetitively to see all the different images he had. He did an amazing job for what he does. And when I say that, I just mean, hey, the guy's got talent as far as hiding images. And he did a really good job. One image that's obviously hidden is this head of an alien right here. There's an alien. And that's why the Lord told me, I want you to look up the Canadian coin silver dollar with the guy in the canoe with his reflection. And I was like, okay. So I looked it up. It's an alien hatching from a pupa. And so here is part of the picture of Eros and Psyche. And you know what? I'll grab it. I'll grab it from a different location. So the thing doesn't, there you go. And there's an alien right there. That's the same type alien. That's why the Lord wanted me to look up that image. So it would give me a rudimentary image. And then here's an image of the sheep. And there's so many more things hidden in here. It is literally the agenda of the human race hidden in one picture. Right here, you'll see the head of a dragon. There's the eye of the dragon. And the nose of the dragon comes down. And the tongue of the dragon that comes out, the tongue of the dragon comes out actually becomes the tongue of a different sheep. There's several sheep in here. Like I said, the guy that did this was a really good shadow artist. But the entirety, the cumulative sum is a dead sheep on two accounts, and it is the dragon, and it is a kiss between an angel and a woman. Genesis 3, neither shall you touch it lest you die. The word touch, when you look at the word touch, you know what, let's just look it up. The word touch euphemistically means to lay with a woman. Neither shall you lay with a woman lest you die. Okay, so here we go. Genesis 3. Genesis 3. The word touch. Neither shall you touch it lest you die, to lie with a woman. And it means to strike, to punish, to defeat, to destroy. The word touch means to lie with a woman, to lay the hand upon for any reason, to strike, punish, defeat, destroy, to smite. Okay, so anyway, that's what the word touch means right there. I just clicked on it. I will click on it and I will highlight it the same color as the definition so it's congruent in its coloring. There you go. Touch 5060. Touch 5060. There it is. 5060 to lie with a woman. to strike, to punish, defeat, destroy. There it is. Okay, so now we have a image that's called Eros and Psyche, which is an angel touching a woman, touching, and what the woman is a big surprise. Get ready to freak out. And the kiss of death. That's why Jesus said, "You betray the Son of Man with a kiss, Judas." Wait till you see what's left on this. Okay, again, this is just a short little video. This is kind of like a little get you ready for it. Get your minds ready, get your hearts ready, get your spirit ready, get prayed up. This is, it's left me in tears many times, just this particular avenue of discovery. I've just been like, anyway, you'll know the truth, and the truth will set you Eleuthero free. All right, guys, God bless. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to let you see. Here's that sheep right here. There's the eye, the nose, the girl's breast is the tongue sticking out. So I'll take this sheep right here and I will kind of size it and I will slide it over. Kabam. There it is. Eros and Psyche. Bam. That's what's up. Anyway, it's a lot worse though. It gets to the point that it's so heavy, so mind-boggling, so weighty, so it's so heavy. Anyway, God have mercy on everybody. God have mercy on this world. This world's done for. All right. And yep, there's the dragon. There's the eye of the dragon. There's the nose of the dragon, the tongue of the dragon. And that dragon goes right there. Right there's where the dragon goes. Right there. Anyway, so we'll put this together. There's a lot more. I barely scratched the surface, but I want to make sure everything's working. Make sure, you guys go read your scriptures, get ready. Okay. God bless.